Yo guys, benvenuti in questo nuovo video. Questo gioco è particolare, sempre scelte e conseguenze come piace a me. È un gioco molto vecchio che è stato remasterizzato e io sto giocando alla versione Ultra Deluxe addirittura. È un gioco cult dei videogiochi ed è strano che io ci stia giocando solo adesso, essendo amante dei videogiochi. Il gioco in questione è The Stanley Parable, la parabola di Stanley. Se vi devo dire che giocone vi sto portando, io direi di avviare il gioco.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Godiamocelo.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a
Che
keyboard.
comunque
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
un lavoro che vorrei
telling
fare.
him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley siamo noi, eh?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Giorno
No one
libero.
had showed up to give him
Paga
instructions,
gratis.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
Forse ero
This
in ferie
complete isolation.
e lui non lo
Something was
sapeva.
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the
Addirittura.
longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ok, stiamo uscendo
All of his
dall'ufficio.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sale riunioni. Dio, sembra tutto uguale. Ok.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ed eccoci al gioco. In teoria dovrei andare a sinistra, ma noi andiamo a destra.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
No.
just to admire it.
No. Vabbè. Ah, la sala era.
Yes, truly a room worth
Ma
admiring.
poi non possiamo
It had
tornare più
really been
indietro, me l'ha
worth the
chiuso.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Davvero una bella stanza, ma è meglio andare avanti.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Che sarebbe questa? Ma col cazzo che andiamo a sinistra. Oh.
Stanley was so bad at following
Inetto nel
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired
Come?
years ago.
No! Licenziato anni fa, ma che cattivo! Warning, do not jump from the cargo left while it is in motion. We catch death. Penalty information. Minchia, quanto si paga. Allora, non dobbiamo saltare mentre è in movimento. Vabbè, non è in movimento.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Porta nera, ma... Aiuto. Oh.
That's her,
Madonna.
Stanley.
Chi è?
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If
Ma
you can
lavoro.
truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Ma se io
As
staccassi?
Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him,
Bro, l'ho
filling him not just
staccata.
with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly.
Manco io.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Onestamente
Let
non
me
credevo
double-check.
fosse possibile staccare la spina.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
Non l'ho
He's taken
fatto.
to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Addirittura.
Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
No, non
Not
voglio
picking
che
up the
finisca
phone
così.
is actually somehow an
Almeno
incorrect
così
course of
veloce.
action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Che cosa?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Ah, bellissimo.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so I can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Magari.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Bella scusa. Ok. Pratica.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8
Do
scelte
you
al
make
giorno.
more than 8? Less? And finally,
più,
if you
bro.
begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Non vedo l'ora.
Ah, welcome back.
Che è successo?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Attenzione a non mentire. Se tu sei un bugiardo, fallo adesso. Fermati. Ok. Le bei quadri. Ok.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real
Non
world.
voglio che finisca così. Cioè, mi sta facendo ritornare indietro. Solamente perché il gioco non stava andando come voleva lui.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sì, ma se me le apri entrambe, io vado a quello di destra, sì. Vediamo. Vado di uno a destra.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Che c'è qua? Niente. Va bene. Oddio, tutto strano. Ok, andiamo a sinistra. Ok.
It's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed
Vabbè, sono
my
andato a
work.
sinistra adesso.
Why? For what? What did you get out of that?
Un po' di
What did you think was
sanumorismo.
so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
Vabbè,
Reliving
dai.
its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is
Dai.
it better to shut the game down entirely?
No.
To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have
No,
to.
no, 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 no. Ma? Aiuto. No, sono dentro il gioco spento.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Dai, non
What,
volevo.
did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Dai.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Oh, vaffanculo.
Oh, my story.
Dai,
If you'd
ripeto.
just gone through the door on the left, you would have
Ripristina.
seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would.
Va bene.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Andiamo a quella di sinistra e basta, dai. Anche se ho voglia di andare in quello di destra. Andiamo a quello di sinistra, dai. Olè.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ok.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Faccio qua. Che ufficio. Guarda qua.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Squalo notturno
Was this the
115.
code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Squalo notturno 115. Come lo dico?
Stanley spoke the code.
Ma ha bisogno del microfono questo gioco. No, non c'è niente col microfono, non posso dirlo.
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. Ma no,
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
non posso
You didn't
parlare.
mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get
Non
on with the
posso
story.
parlare.
This is a crucial step.
Ma non lo posso fare. Sì, non è colpa mia.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do
No,
it.
non è
But
che
you
non lo
know
voglio
what?
fare.
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your
Ma non lo
respect.
posso
The
fare.
kind of respect Stanley shows for
Ma
his choices.
scusa.
He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have
L'ho
done
fatto.
whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
È un po' esagerato da parte
When
tua.
Stanley
Oh,
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
ma?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
No,
I need you to walk through the door.
no,
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is
no.
everything all right?
Come è finito il
Stanley, this
gioco?
is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Schifo.
Do something.
No,
Anything.
no,
This is more important than you can ever know.
mi
I
dispiace.
need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's
No,
all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
signori, questo era Stanley Parable. Cioè, pensavo fosse più lungo. So che ci sono molte più scelte da fare e le faremo. Faremo tutto praticamente di questo gioco, sì, me lo sviscero, do un motivo per averlo comprato. Questo era uno dei finali e ci sono arrivato facendo la scelta giusta.